guys, forgive me if I am looking up, because I'm looking at the viewfinder. I'm supposed to be looking at the lens. I'll try to remember that, but if I don't, I am truly sorry. So boom, it's gonna be my first video, so many of you guys don't know me, but this story was highly requested from my peers because of the craziness it entailed. And basically it's just my crazy roommate story. I'm pretty sure hands down I probably have the craziest roommate story, so you guys should definitely tune in. Just getting right into it, before I just want to make a disclaimer. So I changed all names for this story. I just changed the names. It didn't really change anything else, just the names, and I just won't classify the type of school that I go to. And this story is 100% true. There's no cap in this. It's not clickbait. Everything that I said happened, and I will provide receipts to just back it up. So just getting right into it. I'm going to college, and basically I was a spring admit, and because I was a spring admit, well, this is 2018, so because I was a spring admit, I didn't really have that many friends that semester. By the time I became friends with people, they already had their own cliques and whatnot. So, and if I look down, it's because I just want to get the story in order and not just jump all over the place. And I just wanted to, I mean, by the time they already had their own cliques, and because of that, it was hard for me to just, you know, room with other people. So when rooming came, I just did a random roommate, and I did it before when I first came in, and my roommate she was fine. So I'm like, how bad could it be? So just did a random roommate. I did a suite style room, so it was on campus, had a false kitchen, so there was nothing you can cook with, just cabinets and stuff. And I had to buy my own fridge, and it was just 2 rooms on each side. I still had to go to the caf to eat. 2 rooms on each side, and it was 2 people in each room, so it was 4 of us all together, and we just shared the common area. So that's the room style I picked. And I didn't really talk to my roommates over the summer, only because okay, so I give the names, which are fake. It was Kaya, Nina, and Rebecca. So Kaya and Nina already decided to room together, so I was just stuck with Rebecca, and I didn't really do any research on her or anything. I just assumed it was just a random white girl that I would just be rooming with, and didn't have no problems with it. It just didn't feel as need I need to look somebody up. I feel like if I'm a reasonable person, I feel other people should be reasonable as well, and I'm not. There should be nothing that I should be afraid of. So fast forward, summer ends. I go to school. I am the last one to arrive, so everybody's already settled in and whatnot. Come Sunday, I'm from New York, so you know I just came late. I don't even know why I said I'm from New York. Maybe that's what New Yorkers do. But no, I just came late, and everything was already done, and I was on my way to see my roommate. And boom, when I came into the room, my heart dropped. Not because, well, because one, the girl wasn't white, which is not the problem. It's just because I knew who the girl was. I didn't know her personally. I didn't know Rebecca personally, but I knew of her, and she is another black girl, and she's the black girl that other black people on campus tell you to watch out for, because just the elevators don't go all the way up, and also she doesn't like other black people. That was the rumor around her. So when I came in, basically I was just like, oh my god, guys, do you know who I am rooming with? Tell me why I'm rooming with Rebecca. You know, the girl that doesn't like black people, and she's black herself. So it was kind of like that. But when I came, she was kind of friendly, but I mean, she was super loud. She was super hella loud. And it went like this. And she had a British accent. So when I came in, she was like, oh, hello, whatever, in her British accent. And she was like, oh, you came super late, and I had 2 suitcases with me. She was like, you only brought 2 suitcases? Wow. Blah, 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 blah. She just talked my ear off. Like, she just constantly was talking, which is fine. I don't mind. But the thing is, she just kept constantly talking about how rich she was. Oh my god, so you just brought like 2 suitcases? Well, that's fine. I just already bought everything, so you don't even really need nothing. You don't really need to get anything. Mind you, the rest of my stuff was in storage. I had just came so late that I didn't have enough time to go get my stuff from storage. And, you know, everybody was kind of busy, and I didn't have a car at the time. Still don't got a car, but like, anyways. So she was just like, oh wow, you don't really have a lot of stuff, like just very condescending. But you know, I don't really care, because once my storage came, you know, that was my flex for me. So I didn't really care too much. And then she was just like, oh, yeah, so I'm rich. I'm like super rich. My father, he's a dental company worker. He owns, well, he's the owner of a dental company, and he owns like so many companies of the UK and the US. And my mom's an anesthesiologist of the UK and the US. But yeah, I'm France, and I'm from France and British. Or she was like, I'm French and British, blah blah blah. Mind you, she's clearly black, but you know, I don't really mind that, because where I'm from New York, when you see somebody's clearly black and you ask them where they're from, even though I didn't ask this girl where she's from, nor did I care to know, they usually tell you their ethnicity. So I didn't really like take that in consideration. I'm like, oh, she obviously know that she's black. But she was just talking my ear off, and she was talking about like how she has just so much money, blah 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 blah. So this is why I'm all in the living room, and I'm just sitting down meeting my new suite mates and stuff, and I still have my suitcases in. So we go into the room, and I'm like, where was the rich at? Is this how the rich is living? Y'all, tell me why this girl has brown bed sheets, okay? Like beige brown bed sheets, zebra blue, like baby blue comforter with like zebra stripes and cheetah print. And then the pillow, I don't even remember what pillow, they just didn't match. And I was just like, ooh, I don't know, it was just one pillow, one measly pillow. It was no carpet, no garbage. It just didn't look like what the rich, or what I thought the rich would. I don't know, I just felt like the rich had style and taste and class, or I don't know, really know what I was expecting. But when she was saying like she was rich, she was saying like this is like real old wealth. Like she was talking like she was old money. So I'm like, oh, this, you know. And it was just nothing there really. It was, but I'm like, oh, maybe it's the first day, or maybe it's like, well, that was her third or fourth day. Like maybe she's not really settled in as well. But she claimed like she just had a whole bunch of stuff, and I mean, nothing was really that just popped out to me and said, oh my God, money. But then again, I'm not from somebody that comes from a privileged background where I know what money is or how to measure that value of money, if, you know. So another thing I noticed was like, it's so funny, but like her toothpaste, it was not Colgate, Crest, Arm & Hammer. It was not Scope. It was not Sensodyne. It said Ultra Bright, and I'm like, oh, it was like some generic brand. And I was looking at it, I just thought that was so funny to me. And then also another thing is she had the same sponge that I had, which is this African sponge that I also used, and I'm gonna put a picture of that somewhere here. But that's, just remember that. And so she just was very talkative, very loud. She's one of the people when everybody's like, oh hey, haha, she goes, oh my God, da 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 da, and she just be like, you know, this like crazy British accent, whatever. I don't feel like mimicking it, or I'll probably mimic it later. And yeah, so she was just always telling me that she had 2 Mercedes, she had this, she had 3 houses in Altadena, she had a yacht, she had a private jet. So she took like money. So I'm like, okay. Didn't really ask, but like nobody, literally nobody, her. Oh my God. And yeah, I have a house in Altadena and all of this and blah blah blah. And it was kind of annoying, but it's just like, I'm a very reasonable person. Like it takes a lot to just, you know. So things start getting weird. Her personality was very weird. It was just very different. It was just the way I can explain this is like sometimes you talk to somebody and upon talking to them you just kind of know like there's something out there. I don't know. I don't really want to be very judgmental when I first met her, because I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt because people were already saying that she was black and she didn't like other black people. So I'm just like, you know, let me be cautious, but then also let me give her a chance and give her a reason to like black people. Maybe she was bullied by, you know, her peers when she was younger. I never, like, you know. So I just was trying to be really nice, but it was just her personality was super weird, and the sweet mates could tell. So Nina and Kaya, they could tell they were avoiding her. Like as soon as they would come out the room, she would just run out the room and just be like, hey, that was super loud. Like they just couldn't stand her either. So it was it's pretty bad. Oh, she was what, I didn't mind the crazy talkative unusual personality, but it was just when she just kept getting too sexual for me. Okay, so during this time I would stay in my room to do my work because I didn't have enough discipline to go to the library. That's literally why. Like I started later on, but in the beginning I would just do my homework in my room, fall asleep, wake up like, oh my god, my homework, I didn't finish it, and then finish it, like, you know, rush and finish it or whatever. Or, you know, and she'll be in a room and she'll just be on FaceTime all the time. Like, Jesus. Like, I was also on the FaceTime during that time as well because I was just starting to make friends, but I still wanted to keep in touch with my friends in New York. And during that time, I don't think my friend was in school. Like, she had took a break from school. So I'm like, girl, when I was taking my break from school, you was the one that was always talking to me. So now that you taking your break, girl, I'ma always be there for you. So I was on FaceTime a lot as well, but I had headphones. One, she didn't have, well, she had headphones, she just didn't want to use them. Two, I just was never loud. Like sometimes we'll just be on the phone, I'll just be doing my homework and she'll just be listening to music or like watching YouTube videos, and it's just like the presence of one another. That's what you do with your best friend. But she'll just be on the phone with like different type of boys and stuff, and we do not slut shame over here, okay? We do not, none of that. So don't, because I'm not trying to do that. But I will say it will be like two boys on FaceTime and she'll just be in the camera, and then like her voice will change. Like you'll just get like, oh hey, it'll be like, oh yeah, make sure this is locked in on me. She'll be like, yeah, so what are you doing right now? Did you just be it would just be like very sultry, and it's just like the mood and like the room would change. I'll take off my headphones, like I could just, and then she'll just start like grabbing her titties in the camera, like with clothes on, and she'll be like, oh, I'm just so hot right now, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And it was like, it would just be so uncomfortable because I wouldn't know what to do, because like I'm already deep in my homework, and it'll be like at 10 p.m. You know, it's not like I'm at 6 p.m. and I could just, okay, I'm gonna go to the library. 10 p.m. I don't want to get up. And two, I'm the type of person like, I'm from New York, so if I see somebody acting crazy on the subway, I'm standing right in my seat. I don't care. Y'all better act crazy over there. You feel me? So that was kind of like my whole thing. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna stay here. She gonna have to be the one to she's gonna have to be the one to like to get a clue or something, because I'm not leaving. What, I'm gonna leave in my room to 10 p.m. Like I could have gone to Liverpool. I was about to sleep. Like I don't know. I was just really like worn out, and she was like, she started full on masturbating on camera, and I was just shocked. Like it was just so weird because she was too far in for me to just leave. If I was just getting up to leave, it would just been like but then it was like I was just so shocked that I had to stay there. I was just like mind you, I'm on the phone with my friend and she's hearing this and she's just weak. Like this is funny to her, and it's kind of funny to me, but it's just like, yo, that's so weird. And she's like super loud with it. It's not even like, oh yeah, or under the covers. She just under the covers like doing whatever she gotta do. She's like, oh yeah, I'm just so hot today. And then it's like two guys on the FaceTime, and I can hear them because she's not using headphones and she's on her laptop, and she's like, yeah, take your she's like, take your shirt off or something like that. And she goes, Michelle, I'm about to take my shirt off. Do you mind? And during this time, I was kind of hearing what's going on, but I didn't like really register it. And I'm like, I was like, huh? She was like, take your shirt. I was like, oh, sure. Like, takes off her shirt, bras on. She's like, oh, it's in the camera. I mean, her pants was already off. She didn't really like pants. And she's like, yeah, I'm just an exhibitionist or something like that. I don't like clothes or whatever. So I'm like, okay. And she's just like, yeah. And then the guys on the FaceTime, they're like, oh, your roommate sounds hella cool. What is she doing? I'm like, sir, this is not that type of party, baby. Wrong girl, right idea. I'm saying wrong idea too. So I'm just like, oh nah. And so she's laughing because she heard me go, like, I'm like, oh hell no. And she goes, oh, Michelle, do you know how to master? I'm like, okay, girl, you're doing too much. Because first of all, I don't let you do your little crazy stuff. Now you're dragging it. So she was just, it was getting really crazy. And then towards the end, she just ended up like going full out, like she was under the covers doing it, so I didn't really see, but like I could still hear her. And she was like, oh, Michelle, this is so fun. I'm like, please don't say my name. Like, looking back, I probably thought this was hella funny, but like this should have been the signs. Anyways, let me continue. Oh, she would do stuff like she would sing at 1 a.m. She was a music minor or something like that. I don't know, it was music, something with music. And she would just be singing opera 1 a.m. like, and it would, like, you see how that sounded? That was good compared to whatever Rebecca, I hope I didn't say her name, but Rebecca was doing. So that was considered like, that was good, okay, compared to what, that was good. So she would do that. My sweet mates would complain because they'd be like, what is she doing? She would just be on the phone and she would just be super loud. My sweet mates would complain. My sweet mates are on the other side. So there's my room, there's the living room, and then there's their room. So they can hear from all the way over there. You know what I'm saying? So how loud. But then I'm from a big city, so I know how to sleep in like loud sounds. So I wasn't really, I mean, it bothered me, but it didn't really, it was just annoying, but I could go to sleep. Like, I can't fall asleep doing anything. So, you feel me? She was just lying about everything. Everything I just found out she was a lie. I can't really go through all the lies that she had, but like, one of them was with this dog story, and I just tell everybody this story because it was just so dumb. It was just a like pathological lie. Like, she had no reason to lie. Come to my dorm one day and she's like, yeah, I got in trouble for staying during a fire drill. And I'm like, and she thought it was cute, like she was smiling. I was like, why would you do that? That's stupid. You're gonna get us in trouble. And she's like, no, but it wasn't just any fire drill, it was a drug drill. So now I'm interested because I'm nosy, as you know, I'm nosy, and I go to a PWI. It's boring, like stuff like that don't happen. So I'm like, a drug drill? She's like, yeah, there was a drug drill. They came upstairs with dogs, and the dog came to sniff their room, and then when the dog came to sniff our room, that's when they found me, and it was like, you gotta leave. And I was like, she was like, no, I don't want to leave, this is stupid, I don't even have any drugs. And then he was like, well, you have to leave. And she was like, oh my god, that dog is so cute. And he was like, okay, if I let you pet the dog, would you leave? And she was like, duh. So she pet the dog and she left, and that was the story she gave me. So I'm like, oh wow, that's kind of crazy. Go downstairs to get back the vacuum cleaner to my RA at the OA office, the office assistants or whatever, or the office. And I'm like, so I heard they were drugs. And they're looking at me like, drugs? I'm like, drugs? Like, I already know, she told me drugs. They were like, drugs? Do we need to talk, sweetie, about something in private? I'm like, no, the drugs. And now I look like a crackhead because I just keep saying the drugs, and I feel like I should really start like explaining myself, but I'm not. And they're like, I really don't understand. I'm like, the drugs. My roommate told me like there were drugs. That was a drug deal that you guys had. You guys came with dogs, blah blah blah. She's like, me. This is me who's taken one historical U.S. history class and one political science class. Me. They go, oh, sweetie, that's legal. We cannot go into your rooms without permission and without a warrant. And even if we go in your rooms, we cannot just search around, especially looking for anything, unless we have the authority to do so. And we just don't have dogs to our disposal to just up and search you. Like, we would need a warrant, and we wouldn't never infringe on your Second Amendment rights like that. And me, I'm like, duh, who's taking all these classes for God knows what? And I'm just like, wow. And I really believed her. And it was like, no, your roommate was inside the room and she got in trouble for that, and she has to have a meeting for it. But there was no dogs, no drugs, no. So I'm like, wow. So I texted my boyfriend. I'm like, so there wasn't even no drugs. She was lying. He's like, what are you talking about? And I explained the story. He's like, Michelle, them dogs literally say, do not touch while working. And I'm like, wow, because they really do say that. So now I'm just like, yeah, this girl is on the scary side. Boom. I feel like I'm running out of time, but it's like such a long story. I really hope you guys stay for the whole however minutes this takes. Okay, so this is like me. I'm just like, oh wow, she's a liar. Like, I just start keeping my distance. All right. Oh, and during this whole time, she's been saying like her real side started showing, and she's like, oh my god. Oh no, she's not like oh my god, but she's like, I just hate black people. Like, American blacks are so ghetto and disgusting and blah blah blah. And she's just like going off, and I don't even understand, because it's like there's like, I go to very PWWI, meaning like it's white. Like there's 1.8% black. Like, we literally have no black people on campus. So the black people that she's complaining about are literally non-existent. Like, I don't understand which black people is she referring to. Like, the black people on campus don't even hang out with each other because there's not even that many. Anyways, then she would be like saying like some hella like out of this world stuff. Like, she'd be like, oh, she don't like gay people. She said gay people scare her. She didn't like transgender people. Mind you, her best friend was gay. It's just all this crazy stuff. She's black herself. It's just, she was like, I'm half Hitler, half Trump. Like, that's some type of, I don't know, like personality. That was like a personality type to her or something. But I'm just like, okay, like, I'm just, she doesn't like, she wasn't like, she doesn't put fear in my heart. So I hope she thought like when she was saying that, like, she should just kept, she knew better to keep it over there, because she know real plugs and connections, she know. So anyways, so after a while, everybody just got tired of her. She was just annoying. So one day my sweet mate just got tired. She was doing that singing that she do early in the morning, and they looked her up on Ancestry DNA. So little do I know, Kaya, my roommate, she was also black. So it was 3 black girls, which is like crazy in our PWI. Like, oh my god, 3 black girls. And the other girl was from Europe as well. So she was from Europe, and then Rebecca was from Europe or whatever as well, from UK and stuff. So pretty diverse group of people, which is like, whoop, from my school. And so she looks her up, and she pays for the Ancestry DNA test, looks her up and all, and finds a whole lot of stuff on her, and she tells me everything. So this girl, for one, she's not from the UK. She was not born there. She's not French. She was none of that. She was born right in Texas, right? She was born right in the South. Her parents were not from the UK. They're not British. They're not French. They were Ghanaian. They were immigrants from Africa. They were not they were African, okay? Accent and all. African like my parents. That made so much sense, because she had the African sponge that I mentioned to you guys earlier. So that made a whole lot of sense Plus, one time she was on the phone with her parents, and he sounded like he had a deep African accent, but I'm like, oh, maybe that's just French, because my mom don't let me out the country. I don't even got a passport, so now I don't really know the world, so that's her fault. I blame my mom, because if I knew what a British accent sound like and all that other stuff, then I could have knew she was faking. But no, so basically she was faking the whole British getup, the whole French getup, Ghanaian, straight from Africa. The only thing that we find that related her to the UK was that her mom went to there for school, which is very common for African immigrants to do. But so we're thinking maybe she was like born here and then she migrated back. Nope, the marriage certificate was in Texas and she was born a year after that. So, and then they found more. She found more information on her, found like YouTube videos with her from the younger, like high school days, and the school that she was attending was a Catholic school in Texas. Look up the logo and all. The T was right there. And in the videos there was no British accent or whatever. That wasn't even, looking back, that's not even a British accent. It was just loud. I guess she thought British people were loud. I don't know. And obnoxious. Wasn't even a good British accent. So I found out about her. Her mom and dad were anesthesiologists, and he did have a dental company in Texas, a small one, but I mean, that was not private jet rich. Sorry. Like, I didn't even care how rich she was. It was just like, damn, like, why are you lying so much? I mean, who are you trying to impress? Like, girl, I'm from Brownsville. What are you girl? And it turns out Kaya was the actual rich one. I didn't even know. She was so humble about it and stuff. Like, when the time took for me to finally realize, I was like, wow, like, girl, you actually are rich. But she was like, yeah, I know, but like, doesn't really matter. She's like very nice and very humble, and I just love her. But anyways, did more digging. So after she did the digging, my other sweet mate, Nina, she made her own YouTube video about this. So if she has it on public, I will put that link down below. But she did her own digging and she found social media stuff. So she was looking for her social media trace or whatever, because she has a unique app. And so she was looking it up, didn't really find much about it, just found some pictures of her and stuff, which were the Catholic school stuff. But then she found somebody tweet about her, saying, hey, is that so-and-so girl still faking that British accent? Blah, blah, blah. I saw her the other day, and why did she add me on Instagram? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, what? So then I'm like, show it to me. And she showed it to me, and it said 2013, and my heart dropped because, whew. Do you know how much effort it takes to be faking your whole identity from 2013? Like, this all turned from funny and mysterious to crazy and scary. Like, after I seen that, I was just like, yeah, no, this is a real Lifetime movie. I think this is when you see, like, when the kidnapped child sees his real birth mom's certificate and realize that's not the same one as before, and see all the newspaper clippings about them, and they're like, wait a minute, that was me. That was literally me. I was scared. I was like, who is this person? Like, it was just like that. So, and yeah, so she ended up hitting the girl up, and the girl was like, messaged her back, and she was like, yeah, this girl, she's sick in the head. Well, she didn't say that, but she was like, yeah, her parents are like super strict African immigrants, just like mine, so I can relate, and they don't even play that. We went to a very strict, private, conservative Catholic school, like uniform, everything. So it was a very tight-knit community, so we knew each other, and she would just fake the British accent when her parents were in there and stuff. Like, she's not from the UK whatsoever. I can confirm this. I knew her from a young age. We have a very small suburban community, so and she was like, also, if you go to her picture on Instagram where she tagged the UK London, because you know when you post a picture you can tag where you at. You can notice that the outlet is an American outlet, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, huh? Blame my mother again, because I didn't know that they had different outlets. I'm not well versed on other countries, but I don't blame her. But and I was just like, wow, like it was right under our nose this whole entire time. Like we literally just had to scroll like to a few of her pictures, and it would have confirmed all the pictures she tagged in her house in the UK had American plugs. And if anything you know about the UK and America, you don't have the same outlets, which is why you have to buy an adapter when you travel. So I mean, they were like, dang, like this was like, they were like Scooby-Doo, and I'm over here the person just living it. Like they're the detectives and I'm the person just, okay, she's the ghost, I'm the person living in the house, and they're the detectives, and I'm just like I'm finding all the information, but like it's like the girl's still doing what she's doing. So I just finally got tired of her. Fast forward, like many things she was doing was just too much. Like she was, one time she snuck somebody in the room while I was sleeping. I woke up, I don't know, like something just told me to wake up. Also, I just used to get really hot because she used to change really cold. So I have anemia and I get very cold, and I would wake up and the AC would be on 54. Nobody is that hot. 54, the lowest. Like she paid, like she's trying to like not pay anything. I don't even understand why it was so cold. Like I'll just wake up and I feel like she was doing it on purpose, because it was not even that cold. I remember one time, this was around the time, if everybody lives in California, they know there was this time where it just kept raining back to back. This was during that time, okay? And she had the AC on 54. Oh, I was so mad. I was about to drag her out of her bed. But I didn't, because, you know, go to PWI now. I'm a different person, you know? Anyways. She was doing too much. That was one of the things she was doing. The room was so dirty. Oh my God, I couldn't stand it. The room was dirty, y'all. It was so dirty. It was so dirty. I'm gonna put videos and pictures of it, and I'm gonna put videos and pictures of the AC, because one day I just got tired and I removed the AC, because baby girl, you're not gonna kill me. That's one thing you're not gonna do. You can act crazy, don't kill me. So one of the other things was dirtiness. I couldn't stand it. I'm gonna put a video of that where I flipped. It was like she wears foundation every day. It was CoverGirl, mind you. That's Beauty Supply Foundation. I'm not saying I have a problem with Beauty Supply Foundation, but if you got money, baby, where's the NARS? Where's the Lancome? Like, Fenty Beauty, anything. So, it was even out there at the time, Fenty Beauty, but she was just, it was just like every time she put makeup on, like the brown foundation would just be all over the thing. So one day I was like, you know what? I'm done cleaning after her. I'm going to see how dirty this place gets, and I want to see what she do. Mind you, she didn't have a garbage in it, so I didn't fill up the garbage or nothing. Like, I didn't take it out. Just put it there, a new fresh one, and I just let it rise. Got so dirty, I started doing brushing my teeth in the sink in the kitchen, because it was just so dirty. The room was smelling. I don't know if it was feet. Oh, it's because she used to order food and she didn't want to use the kitchen garbage because she didn't want to take it out, and then she would just leave the food there just to rot. It would just smell so bad, like death. Oh my God. So it was just I want to play games today. Okay, so y'all see how much hair's on the floor? Do y'all see how much hair's on the floor? Yeah, it's not my hair, bro. I have no hair. How much hair? How much crumbs? How much everything, yo? Just vacuum, bro. Even if she was to vacuum, look at the bathroom, yo. Just disgusting, bro. Just disgusting. Hair everywhere. That's foundation, y'all. That's foundation. That's foundation. Got foundation everywhere. Just too much. Just too much. Like, you could be crazy, baby, but you can't be crazy and dirty, because now you gotta pick one. You feel me? If you be crazy, at least clean up this room. If you're gonna be dirty, act nice and act like you got some sense. So, anyways, let me go back to how she stuck somebody in the room. I went to sleep. It was just so cold. I'm like, Jesus, I need another cover. Got up to get I got up to get applesauce, because I get thirsty during the night and I didn't have no water. So I went to go get applesauce, and then I came back I went to the bathroom, then I went to go get some applesauce. And when I came back, I was like, something just felt weird, and I just looked over at her side, and I see a shadow there, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like there's a ghost haunting her. That's why this girl crazy. She probably got demons she fighting, right? So I'm texting my friend. I'm like, oh my God, this girl got a ghost. Oh my God, I want to go back to sleep, but I'm scared, blah, blah. And then these mofos, they started whispering. And the thing about it is, when it's a quiet room, nobody's speaking, and the only thing that's going is this, and you start whispering, sir, do you know that I can't hear you? Like, I don't think they understood that I could hear them, like literally hear them. Like, sir, do you know I can see you? Like, they were just they were really just whispering, like, oh my God, is she going back to sleep? What is she doing? Is she on her phone? I'm like, no, I'm not looking. Oh wait, this is some white boy with some long blonde hair. And I'm like, so she was just really like, oh, it's like 2 a.m. Like, just like having so-and-so with somebody while I was here. Mind you, it's not like, I don't know, like I just came while he was already here and I just fell asleep. I fell asleep late. I remember I fell asleep late that night, and like, she could have told me at any time. So she was just waiting for me to fall asleep. So she's like, hey, come in. And I just feel like that was so disrespectful, because like, what if y'all did something, you went to God forbid, but like, tell me what, like tell me if somebody was there, y'all did what y'all did, you fall asleep, I'm still sleeping, and then he just come over to me. Like, that's my safety. Like, I'm not saying he would do that, but it's like, you could at least let me know, or I wake up and I just decided like, it's just too hot for bras, and then I just start walking around naked like how she be, and he right there like, you're not getting a 2-for-1 show or whatever. So that also got me very upset. The room continued to get more dirty. One day, I'm gonna put that video in. I have my own garbage. I bring all the garbage. Almost all the decorations in that room was from me. So my carpet, my garbages, I had 2 garbages in there, one for the bathroom, one for the room. The garbage for the bathroom is it's a hefty, it's like when you click and open. So one day I clicked and opened. I'm on my cycle, right? But this is my first day on my cycle, so I haven't wear like a sanitary pad yet. So I go to sit down, I'm like, dang, like I'm on my cycle. So I go into where I keep my pads at. I go to take one out, and I'm about to put one on, and I put one on, and then I see blood on the garbage. And I'm like, when did I get blood on the garbage? And I'm like, oh man, that's probably me. Like, when did I do that? That's so dirty of you, Michelle. What happened? Like, what the? So I take a tissue, I start wiping it, and then I open the garbage to put the tissue in, and then like a pad just plop, flips out at me. Like, it was stuck because of the like, she didn't close it. It was stuck to the top of the garbage. So when she opened it, it flipped up, and it was like open like that. And I'm like, because the blood just got on my finger, got on like right here. And I'm just like, I'm just so disgusted, because who does that? Like, are you serious? Are you really? So I'm just like, oh wow, and I'm just like shocked, and I'm like, wow, so that wasn't even my blood. She just, because I'm over here thinking like, oh, I probably got blood somehow when I was getting my pad. I'm like, how did I get blood on that? I'm really thinking like, where did that come from? And it's just like, it's crazy, and it's just blood everywhere. Blood on the top of the garbage, blood on everything else. Mind you, the pad is sticking halfway out the garbage too, and I didn't even realize that. That's why when it flipped up, and it's just like, I'm just so disgusted. So that's when I made that video that I'm gonna post, and it was just getting too much. I'm sorry if this is like lagging, but it's just like so much that happened, yo. And yeah, it was just because I couldn't take it no more, I just left it dirty again, because I was just like, nope, it's dirty, I'm gonna leave it dirty. And I talked to my RA, and I was like, yeah, she's not cleaning up, what to do, because like leaving it dirty was just like torturing me as well. So I talked to my RA. RA goes, oh, you just have to talk to her in a very passive aggressive way. And this is what I hate about you Californians. I love y'all, but this passive aggressive, stuff I can't do. And what she was basically saying, because she was so victimized by me, oh, black people are just so rude and ghetto and ratchet. I didn't want to come off and be that rude and ghetto ratchet that she can complain about, right? Mind you, I don't even know why I was giving her courtesy or anything. I should have just been that. Anyways, so she goes like, just place it on your feelings. Be like, I feel like you should be able to clean this. I feel like this room, I just feel like, so I was doing that. I was like, I just feel like you should just help clean out more. I just feel like you should do this. I just feel like this is too dirty for us to just, so I was just doing stuff like that. And she was like, oh, okay, I'll just clean it this week, the week before Thanksgiving break. So that Thanksgiving, I'm like, okay. Monday came, she didn't do nothing, but that's the day I told her, or Sunday. Tuesday came, she didn't do nothing. Wednesday came, she was on the phone. Thursday came, she was on the phone again. Like, she would just do her work, because I know that's finals week for some people, but she wouldn't do her work or anything. She would just be on the phone. So I'm like, obviously you have free time to be on the phone until like 1 a.m. and she would just keep doing that. And so when Friday came, I'm like, hey, when are you cleaning the room? Because she had a suitcase out and she was packed, and I'm like, girl, I hope you leaving tonight and not right now, because when I adjusted, it was in the morning. She was like, oh yeah, I have, mind you, where we live like 2 hours away from LAX. She's like, oh, we're in Orange. That's basically what I'm saying. We're in Orange. And she's like, oh yeah, I have a flight in like 1 hour. Mind you, it's like 1 o'clock right now. And I have to, yeah, so I can't clean right now. I really have to go. First of all, if anybody lives in California, you know you cannot get from Orange to LAX. Not at no, in an hour. No, it wasn't even 1. It was probably around 2. I was like, no, in an hour. No. First of all, you gotta be 15 minutes. No, there's no way. It was just no way that was true, you know. 2, I don't care what you do, you better clean this room, because I was staying home for Thanksgiving break because it was no sense for me to go to New York for Thanksgiving break, and then 2 weeks later I have my Christmas break. So I was like, no, I'm just gonna stay here. You're not gonna have me sitting in your filth. Are you dumb? I would never. So she's like, no, I have to go. I'm sorry. I'm like, yo, you can't just clean one thing, like at least the bathroom. Like, I'm not even asking you to clean your side, bro. Just clean that bathroom. Oh, she will also use my stuff. That's another thing. She had the same hairstyle, and then her hair was shed because some box braids, you need to take them out. You can't just have the same box braids for 7 months or 8 months or however long and just keep redoing the front. Anyways, so they would just fall out, shed. So I'm like, girl, just please clean something for crazy. You know when you start doing the booty lips, when you go, oh. So that's how I was talking. And so she didn't clean. So then I just snapped and I just moved all her stuff inside the living room, because I was like, you either clean now, or when you come back, there is not a room for you to sleep at, because this is ridiculous. And she was like, what? I'm calling the, she was like, what? You're gonna regret this. Do you know my dad is literally on the board of directors? Mind you, there's no black people on the board of directors at my school. Thank you. Public service announcement. And she's like, do you know who my father is? You're gonna regret that. I suggest you put it back. So I'm just like, what? Start throwing stuff. Like, I'm just going crazy. I'm very wrong for this. Please, like, I take full responsibility for my wrongness. You feel me? There's nothing to justify touching anybody's stuff, okay? And I would never, I don't know why I thought this was the Bad Girls Club. Like, I would never. But, I was just losing it. Like, I don't even know why I did that. I just didn't know what to do. Alright. So I'm thinking like I'm gonna get in so much trouble, but like at this point I'm ready, because I've been complaining, I've been telling people about this, ain't nobody been taking me serious. So I'm like, So I'm waiting, nobody's coming, because she had went downstairs and she was like, she's gonna tell me blah blah, and she texted me like, I just hope you know that I told the RD, resident director, and I called the cops. So I'm like, the cops, I'm ready. Cops never came. I don't even think she ever called the cops. That was like a very bold statement. I didn't even believe that at the time, I don't think. So, whatever. And so she's like, yeah, I'm calling the cops, blah, blah, blah. RD comes up. I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get in trouble. He's like, hey, can you please move Rebecca's stuff back? Like, I know I'm getting complaints about this girl. I'm really trying. I know. I just want to thank you for being so patient and working with us for the rest of the semester, because it was towards the end of the semester. And I'm just so sorry. We're gonna like get like, he was just very understanding. And I'm thinking he gonna come in here and like, hey, peace, safe. There she is. No, like, he was like really understanding. He was like, hey, just please, I know you're like frustrated. I know the only way you would touch her stuff because you're frustrated. And I'm just thanking you for like, we've been hearing your complaints, and trust me, we hear you, we see you, we feel you. It's just a lot to work around with this girl, and we're really just trying to find a way. And I'm like, wow. So of course I happily put her stuff back. I put her stuff back right where it belonged or whatever. But like after that, she still like wrote me stuff. I'm gonna put text messages in here. And I was just like, okay, I don't care, whatever. I was like, hey, sweetie. I'm like, it was like, just don't leave. So I was like, okay, sweetie, you have a safe flight. End up cleaning the place or whatever. And I had to like bite that bullet because I already threw her stuff. But came back, it wasn't even better. Then she started this. Let me make sure I'm on the right time. Yeah. We had remediation after that because it was so intense. Remediation, she just basically said like, I'm just an aggressive person and I scare her sometimes because the way I act. Mind you, I'm like the nicest person ever. Like, I want to be a comedian. Like, I would never, do I look like the type of person that can throw somebody's stuff? So basically my sweet miss were tired of her too. She was studying abroad and transferring, and she decided the last thing she wanted to do before she leave was address her. So I was like, hey, you just leave me out of this because I still go to this school. My mom don't play that. So I have an audio recording, but because of California laws, I don't think I can post it. So I think that's illegal. I'm gonna check, or maybe I deleted it, I don't know. But if I can, I will, but if not, sorry. But basically she denies everything that was said, and she's like, if you guys continue to lie on me, I'm gonna get the dean involved, okay? And like during this time, her British accent was just like, she just said, you know what, I'm not even gonna play with y'all. She was not doing the British accent. She denies everything that my Nina brought up to her and was like, hey, why did you lie about this? And we seen this, and we did this, and we noticed, and we thought that, and this, and we just bringing out the receipts. And I was just shook. She was like, yeah, and your parents are from Ghana, blah, 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 and you was talking so much about Africa, you said you don't even know what Ghanaian is. And they were like, what? Mind you, her last name was a Ghanaian name, but she was pretending like it was French. So like, so they was just coming up with the receipts, and I was just, but I didn't say nothing because I didn't want to get involved. And she was like, if you continue to berate me, you and Michelle. And I'm just like, girl, don't put my name in this because I ain't say nothing. And then, whatever, after that, she went to the RA. RA came like, hey, you guys can't do that. Like, she's saying that you guys are harassing her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we didn't even do nothing. And Nina's like, she don't care because she's about to leave. So we didn't, oh, then she missed her final one day because she was on the phone this time for 4 a.m. Y'all, she was on the phone till 4 a.m. in the morning, okay? In the morning. You know what time her final was? It was at 8 o'clock a.m. Not p.m. a.m. I had a final at 10:45. So I was up like doing an all-nighter in my room, but like I was like, let me not do it in the library, because when I go to the library I be dragging it, and I'd be like, you know what, I could just stay till 8 a.m. and just go to sleep for 2 hours and then wake up at no. So I'm like, let me just go in, and I stayed till 4 a.m. She stayed up longer than me, so that's the time that I gauged, okay? Life was still on when I went to sleep, and she was still on the phone just lying like, oh my god, girl, I'm gonna fly my private jet to you and you can have it, blah, blah, blah. No private jet ever came. That girl that was on the phone with her is delusional. Wakes up, misses her call, misses it. It was like 9. And I wake up to her like on the phone. Mind you, if I miss my final, the first thing I'm doing is I'm hauling across the dorms. I mean, across campus to my final, and I'm trying to do whatever time that I have left. This girl's on the phone like putting makeup on still. I'm like, what? She's like, I can't believe it. My alarm didn't go off. Like, I don't know what happened. Actually, I know what happened. People are just so vindictive, and I knew she would do this, and she always does stuff, and I'm looking at her like, who is she? Who is she? So I'm like, you know what? Maybe she out of her mind right now. She just a little mad that she missed her. So let me just boom, 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 boom. Let me just leave that alone and not mention anything. She's like, yeah, and I just knew it was her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I hope she's not. I pray to God she's not talking about me. Obviously, she's talking about me. But when she came back, she started talking about it again. When I came back from my final, when she came back, she started talking about it again. So I'm like, you know what? I'm about to go to my final, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, yeah, he let me do my final. Good thing it was only essay final, so I was able to do it very quickly. But yeah, do you see what I have to deal with? Like, I would never sabotage somebody like this so they can miss their final. And I'm looking at her like, you know what? I gotta go to my final. I even got this energy right now. So I go and do my final, come back. She's still going on. And she feels like me. I would wake up. Me who fell asleep at 4 a.m. will wake up at 8 a.m. Girl, you think I even heard your alarm itself? I went to sleep late. I only woke up because she was like, oh my God, oh my God. You know how loud she talks. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, are you dumb? Now I do this thing where I be talking on the phone with my friend. I be like, this girl really think that me, like, I care about her this much to sabotage? I don't care about you. You was on the phone until 5 a.m. How dare you? So I'm just doing that on the phone, and she could hear everything. Of course she could hear everything. I'm right next to her. I'm like, she's so dumb. Who cares about Mr. Krabs' wallet? Like, I'm just going off, like, and she's just like, wow, do you see what I have to deal with? And I'm just like, I don't care. I just can't wait till you out. This delusional, crazy. I can't stand you. I'm gonna show you crazy though. Like, I'm just going crazy. I'm like, you know what? I'm just so tired of this. Like, I'm just going crazy, y'all. I told you, it take me. But once I reach, that's it. So, oh, I almost lost it. I finally, well, I mean, finally was the semester was over. That was finals week when I snapped. I went home. Before I went home, she made sure she cleaned something because I had to see her for interterm. We're both doing interterm, and we were still, like, our rooms were being changed, but it was still in the process. So I didn't see her when I came back. Sadly, boo-hoo. But oh, she wasn't rich, y'all. By the way, well, she wasn't. Yeah, wasn't no money. And she was hella cheap, very cheap. Would use my Uber. Let me just put that in there before people like, oh, did she have money? No, she didn't. Well, and if she did, she wasn't. So when I went home, she had to clean something. She made sure she did it because the RAs and RDs was on her, and I was like, you didn't even really. But then she was like, she told me something. I'm gonna put the text message up. I don't really remember, but I basically told her she was delusional. I seriously, like, I wasn't even joking that she needs help. She responded back by saying, like, I'm delusional myself and that I'm a mouth breather and I need to stop talking to myself. I wasn't talking to myself. I would just be like, oh my God, don't get upset, Michelle. Just continue doing your work. I didn't think she understood that was for her. But, you know, I don't care. I could talk to myself. I just don't talk back because technically right now I'm talking to myself. I just ain't responded back. Now if I go, hey, and I go, hey, how are you? That's where you should. I don't care. It wasn't, the mouth breather was kind of got me upset, girl. I got asthma. Okay, I don't have asthma, but then mouth breather. Later she wrote me an email, which I will put, well, she wrote all of us an email telling us that we were wrong about everything that we found, and that's why we shouldn't. Well, she was just trying to prove her case, but it was wrong. Like, we already knew the facts. Everybody else knew the facts about her. All the people that are from the UK was like, I knew this girl wasn't a British, but I just didn't want to say anything. So, like, you know, it was just pathetic. Over time, I got into my new dorm with my stuff, so everything worked out. To this day, she continues with that fake accent. Pretty much feel sorry for her. I see her around sometimes. She still has the same box springs and she still goes on with the same line. So I really don't like associate myself with her, especially somebody who thinks they're half Trump, half Hitler. Like, I don't even know what that even means. But yeah, she's just weird. Bad energy. She was bad vibes. But if you like this story and you are ready for more, please subscribe. This is my first video and I'm so sorry that it's so long, but this is all factual. And yeah, this is all factual. This is just all the stuff that just happened, basically. Well, that I can condense. It was obviously much more stuff that happened, but that would be like a movie, and I don't want to give you guys a movie. I just want you to enjoy this. So thank you so much. Bye. I'll see you guys later. Make sure you subscribe, please. I will give out more content. Okay, bye.